Free ball it. Also the name of the episode.
Is it?
No.
Is it? Oh, we're calling it that early?
Free balling it.
Calling it that early?
Welcome to the Sofa Kingdom podcast with your host, Nelson.
Ian.
Ed. And for some reason, Eddie not only didn't invite me to the last two podcasts, but muted my headphones and my microphone.
They were good episodes.
Yeah, fantastic. What a shame.
We got a lot done.
Yeah, I heard.
We got a lot done. It was fun.
I was actually sad when I heard them. I felt very informed. I felt there was a lot of politics going on here. I was like,
no one shit
not
on
enough shitting on each other. Yeah.
And no one shit on any beloved American figures.
No.
So that was a good thing.
It's sad when American beloved icons are not getting shit on a daily basis.
Val Kilmer and Robin Williams got a week off, 2 weeks off, so it's good.
And that's all they're gonna get because I'm back now.
It's good. How'd your sex change go?
It went really well, thank you.
Good.
Yeah, so I haven't been around. First, I went on vacation, and Matt was nice enough to step in and help out with the podcast. And then last week's podcast, I came back, and they're like, "Nope, you got to do the surgery." So I was like, "All right." So I did the surgery. Doctor fucking lied to me. He was like, "Oh, you'll be on your feet in 1 or 2 days tops."
Well, I will say that your new vagina looks great.
Thank you.
You showed it to me off camera, and it's
It took like
you're gonna have fun in your new life.
At least 6 days to feel like a normal human being again. Like, for those that don't know, when you get like an umbilical hernia surgery, like it's in your stomach, it's in your core. And the way he explained it was like, oh, we don't cut you open the way that we do. We don't do staples. It's glue, and you'll be right as rain in 1 or 2 days tops. Not true at all. It took me at least 3 days before I was able to be like, okay, I can confidently get up on my own and get places very slowly and then back to the couch again.
Yeah, like it or not, there's no way after like surgery that, I mean, at the end of the day, it's someone digging around inside you. and moving things around. So there's no real scientific way to predict how you're going to feel.
No, but they could have. I'm one of those people that like say the worst end scenario, like, hey man, you'll probably be off your feet for a week, because I'm telling my job, like, all right, they told me if I go in Friday, Monday I should be good, maybe Tuesday, and I didn't go back to work till the following Friday. So like, if you would have been like, hey man, I would recommend maybe giving yourself like a week, then I can better plan and prepare for it. Also, the fact that like, if I didn't have reclining couches, my ass was not getting up on my own. Like, I would have had to like roll over, like hang. I was using everything with my hands. I'm like pulling the headboard, like switching over, and then falling off the bed, but then standing. Like, so I had to sleep in the living room for a couple of days on that reclining couch so they could bring me to a seated position. And I was like, all right, I think I can get up from here.
Good times.
Yeah, but back to normal, and needed to get it done. So it's just one of those things. Like, but yeah, for me, I'm like, I'd much rather pre-game plan, prepare. Like, all right, I need this, I need that. I would have got like a nice back pillow. I would have got like really long straws, so I didn't have to get to my cup. Maybe.
So you gonna end up like addicted to pain medication, like all those documentaries on Netflix? Is that the next thing?
Yeah, because I hate them. No.
Am I going to start seeing collectibles disappearing from the house?
Just empty bottles of Oxycontin
selling
everywhere.
them for Oxycontin? Jeez.
No, I did the 2. They gave me like 3 days worth of it. I only did 2. And by the second day, I was already cutting them in half. And then third day was just Tylenol, Advil, heating pad, and ice. Good old fashioned. But
what'd they give you for pain?
Oxy.
Oh, oxycodone.
Yeah.
Percocets. Probably 5 through 25.
Yeah. I don't have any to sell you.
Not that I know.
I do not have anything to sell you.
Yeah, I would never.
But the funniest part of the whole situation that happened to me was, I wake up in the room, and the first nurse that's there is like, "Hey, so how do you feel?" "Good." He's like, "All right, we're gonna get you out of here." And I'm like, I'm not even dressed. I'm still wearing the gown. I don't know where my belongings are.
Bro,
This guy's trying to roll me out of the fucking room before I even get out of the goddamn bed.
I work in the OR, and yeah, there's certain PACU nurses that like you blink your fucking eyes, and they're like, "All right, we're gonna go upstairs."
Like, what
it's like, no,
Yeah.
no, we're not. Like,
he tells me like,
dude, he's not breathing right yet. Like, no, he was just under anesthesia. Like,
yeah,
well, because they don't give a fuck.
We
as
need
soon
the
as they
bed.
get you upstairs, like if you're staying in the hospital, as soon as they get you upstairs and the other nurse takes report, it's their fucking problem now.
Yeah.
It's not your no. We've given report, patients upstairs, or if they get you outside, it's not their fucking problem anymore.
Yep.
You're in the
Gone.
car. Whatever happens from the time you leave the hospital to get
they
home,
don't give a fuck.
it's not my problem.
Yep.
He got to the car alive and well.
He's like, we need the bed. I'm like, how about the guy using the bed right now? I need the bed too, right? So I'm having this conversation. I'm like in a stupor because anesthesia.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
you wake up feeling like you just got done the worst party like ever.
Yeah. First thing you want to do is check your bits and bobs, right? I'm looking around like, oh God, they're still there. They didn't take them off. Livers in place, arms, fingers, toes.
We tried. Me and Ed contacted the hospital. He wants the sex things. Trust me. He just didn't know how to tell you.
So then the next nurse comes over, and much better person. Thank you for showing up and saving me from this asshole
That's trying to kick you out of the fucking.
that's trying to kick me out prematurely.
Wake up!
Like, hey, how about would you like to use the bathroom? I was like, yes, I would love to use the bathroom. And she was like, would you like to stand or sit? Like, she brings me over to the door, and she's like, I'm gonna help you get in there, and then you're on your own. But like, would you like to stand or sit? And I'm like, stand, of course. You know, I'll do it the old-fashioned way is what I told her, right? Like, you know, I'm still a man.
That's rare in 2023.
Yeah, still a man. I shall stand and pee.
A man stand and pee.
So I close the door and I start peeing standing, and I can barely keep myself up, and I'm thinking to myself, fuck, I really should have said sit. I really want to sit right now, but now I'm committed.
Yeah.
I'm a man.
Was
Better
there a
or worse.
handrail or something?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
just
good.
I'm holding on to the wall and holding on to my junk, and I'm trying to urinate, and I got through it. I got through it like a man. Made it back to get my clothes on. And then that's all she wrote. But I thought that was funny. The
How'd they
etiquette
get
has
you down to
changed.
the car? Did someone wheel you down? Like,
Yeah, they wheeled
okay,
me
good,
down.
good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, they brought me down. To
They
the
at least did that
old-fashioned-
right.
Yeah, the old-fashioned wheelchair. I felt like if there was an option, like if the guy had a button to like
Like a
turn the
fucking
bed
slide.
over,
A slide, yeah. Just
and
eject
just
you to
drop
the
me
front
on
of
the
the
floor and
hospital.
just roll away with the bed, absolutely would have
Oh
fucking
yeah,
done it.
that's what they do, man.
Absolutely
They want to get
would've
you the fuck out of there.
Oh man, but yeah, glad to be back. Glad to be in normal. Colorado. I went to Colorado. That was fun. Really loved it. I did the Seven Falls this time, and it's pretty cool. Now, the only thing that I thought, because I have a bad knee, going up the stairs, there was like something like 350 stairs to like the second portion
Is this
of the
after
top.
surgery?
This was before the
Oh,
surgery.
I was
Before the
gonna say.
surgery.
Like, goddamn,
thought-
bro.
Like, I'm in Colorado, so the air is thinner, number one, and then like you making all those stairs. Holy shit. Like there are like balconies where people that can't do the stairs in one shot, like where you break off and get on the balcony. I used every balcony available. At one point in time, there was a young couple that was sitting next to myself and my wife, and we're up there, and he's like, "Where are you guys from?" We're like, "I'm like Florida." He's like, "Oh yeah." Reached into his bag. He's like, "Here you go. Have another bottle of water." It's fresh, it's new, it's cold, it's on me. I was like, no, I got water here. He's like, yeah, I'm sure you do. Here, have another bottle of water. I must have looked like I was going to die.
That was like the other day for 9/11. Me and Cody went out to Flying Cow, and we went up and down the tower out there.
Nice,
And
nice.
it's we had to do 110 floors, which is the workout.
Ooh, boy.
So it was the heat, and like I wore my weight vest, and he wore like full fire gear.
Damn.
And I was like, I was concerned that he was gonna fucking die. Like
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
But
Like,
that's a man that's probably used to extreme heat.
well, he's a
right?
fireman. He's a
Yeah.
fireman in Naples, but like he starts going up and down. Like at first I was like, oh, are we gonna do the stairs at the gym, like on the Stairmaster?
Yeah.
Like, and he's like, no, you need the heat. I was like, well, fucking dickhead.
Damn,
I
bro.
was like, fuck. So like it's like hot as shit out. We go to Flying Cow. Like there's horse flies biting you, like the real big scary ones. And shit. It's like,
Yeah.
God, I should come out here more often to remind myself why the Spanish turned around, like, why they didn't keep going. Like
They're like, we already got mosquitoes in Puerto Rico and
Yeah.
shit. and
We don't
Spain.
need any more
We
of
don't
this.
need any
yeah,
of
it's
these
like, this is
motherfuckers.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Like the things that are out here.
Agreed.
So we're out there, and like it was just like the more we go up and down the stairs, like more gear would come off. Like all of a sudden his jacket was off. All of a sudden, like, I'm like, okay. And like I'm like slipping on the steps in his sweat. I was like, dude, you're gonna,
Damn.
like I was concerned. I was like, if you
Yeah.
fucking die out here, we're like 2 miles into this preserve. Like,
But he's a soldier, man. I bet
he
made
did.
it through.
He
yeah.
did. We got through all 110 floors, and like we thought, like, oh well, if you go up and down 10 times or whatever, like it's 110 floors because you're going down. But he's like, no, we have to go up. So we did 20.
Yeah.
So it's up and down the steps 20 times.
Damn,
It was
bro.
it.
That's a lot.
Yeah, you were aware your ass existed by
That's-
like the 10th staircase. I was
That's
like,
a
oh,
sacrifice,
fuck.
man. That's a
Like,
sacrifice.
It was good. It was a good workout. I'd like to get out there more often because it's you get to see like nature and stuff like that.
That's
Until
what's
the spider ran across the walkway that was the size of my hand, I was like, what the fuck?
And I'm
I
going back.
thought it was a squirrel. I was like, oh my god. I was like, you can't even step on that fucking thing. It'll push your foot back up.
Stairs are deceptively harder than people think. People are accustomed to going like 1 or 2 flights of stairs because there's elevators everywhere. The one building I worked in, it was a 14-story, but they didn't count the lobby, which made it 15.
Right.
Then they didn't count that going from the 14th up to the roof was another flight, and then from the roof up to the machine was another flight and a half.
Right.
So whenever we had issues with the power, you have to shut some of the mechanical systems down. Elevators are down.
You gotta take the stairs.
So now it's essentially 20 flights of stairs in the Florida heat, concrete stairway, no air moving, and by the time you get to the top, you're like, yeah, man, this shit sucks.
I've been there. I used to work at this place. I took care of it for a long time, and when the power would go down, because you would need 3 phases of electricity for the elevators to work. So even if you had partial power, 1 phase is down, all the elevators are down. It's not safe to ride in them. So now it's 3 6-story buildings. So it's like you got to get to the top to the equipment, shut it all off, make your way back down, get to the other building, up the stairs, shut it all off, come all the way down. Then, of course, somebody calls the office, like, on their phone, like, somebody's trapped in the elevator on the 5th floor. You're like, fuck, all the way back up.
We definitely were hallucinating at one part. We're like, what number are we on? Like, what fucking floor is this? Like, I was like, God damn, this tower's way too tall.
yeah, especially in the heat like that. Yeah, that's pretty wild, man. That's
it was a different workout. It got you outside. It got you in nature.
Yeah. That's what I'm definitely gonna have to get into now. Like, I lost legitimately 20 pounds from the surgery to now, which I'm happy with, and I want to keep off. But they said I really have to watch my core.
We'll take you down the street to Los Agaves. We'll get it back.
Yeah, man, I gotta do like some walking,
A
some
couple fucking burritos,
light
some
jogging. No, I don't want
Michelada.
it back. I don't want it
couple
back.
micheladas. We'll fucking get that shit back on.
Listen, I got rice patties for snacks inside the cupboard over there. Like that. You know what? If you ever want to
rice religious reasons or what?
No, like those big ass.
Yeah, I'm asking. Are you Buddhist
Quakers?
now?
No, they're Quakers, bro. They're Dutch, whatever religion they are. Those motherfuckers.
Puffed cardboard is what they are.
Those pagans, right? So like, if you don't want to eat a snack,
A brick of cardboard.
if you don't want to eat a snack, you buy rice patties, you put them in your cupboards, and you open it, and you're like,
Fucking
this is the only thing I
Soylent
can
Green.
eat. You're like, you know what? I'll go hungry. And you close that door again.
Just live off water and fucking rice patties.
Oh yeah, so it's pretty trash. They told me 6 weeks recovery time. I'm thinking, since he told me 1 or 2 days and it took a week, by his math, I should at least
10 years.
probably wait 2 months, because that's a month and a half. I would say about 2 months sounds right before I start getting back into any
I'd start like real slow.
real physical
I'd go for
activity.
like a walk in the heat.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
There
a
you
bunch
go.
of walks right now. Yeah, because I don't want to lose anything. And I
Walk and a light jog / power walk.
Yeah. Don't say biking, because I'm not putting on any tights. I know you want to see me in tights. And that
Actually,
bullet-shaped helmet.
biking wouldn't be a bad idea because it's less impact on your knee.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
and that's another thing that I want to say. So
I was
going
gonna
up the
say,
stairs,
it's
right?
Actually, not a bad alternative
Yeah.
to running.
You go up a huge amount of stairs to get to the top. And I thought that's when my knee would hurt me or bother me, and it didn't at all. I was like, oh, this is actually, it was fine. The steep incline down, though.
Because you have to come down on your knees.
Yeah.
Yep.
By the time I
Gravity.
got to the last
It's a motherfucker.
staircase, I didn't tell anybody, but like I'm double hand railing, like here and here.
Yeah.
Because my knee was shaking uncontrollably from going down the stairs. So every time I put my foot down, I was like, that's not good. And I'm leading the way, right? So I'm in front, everybody's behind me, and I'm like, fuck. So like I would
You don't
wait.
want your knee to give out and you start just rolling.
Yeah, oh man,
Well, 300 steps. to the
I'm
bottom.
done. I'm taking everybody with me too. I'm grabbing fat people, kids, babies. I don't
Yeah,
care.
it's all fun and games till the fat person comes down on you. And now you're in a death ball
Yeah, no.
with fatty the whole way down.
Yeah, it would be like one of those cartoon snowballs.
Fucking hell.
Hey man, you got to do what you got to do to survive at that point. But good time in all. Eddie, I know you started Starfield.
Starfield,
Yeah, what's your
yes.
thoughts on that?
Ooh, it is fantastic. I am. Oh Jesus, I got to be like 100 hours in.
Fuck. There you go.
Have you played it at all yet?
I have not. I'm on a different
Path.
star type game, but
Yeah.
I'll
Okay,
talk
but yeah,
about
go
it.
ahead.
I mean, the biggest thing I would say is you got to do like the first 6 main storyline missions because it opens up certain things that to be playing the rest of the game without would really suck.
Right.
But once you get through the first main storyline missions, I mean, by the time you do the first one, you could branch out and go everywhere, and there's all the factions and all the normal stuff that you get with a Bethesda game. But the game is huge, and they did go with procedurally generated worlds. So they got several main worlds that they built themselves.
Right.
But then everything else off the beaten path is all procedurally generated. So when you land on it, it creates the things that you'll go to. It'll throw an outpost over here, missions over here.
And it keeps it once
And-
you open it.
Yeah. So you just go and you can explore. You can build bases. You can
Yeah.
build ships. The cities are huge.
Now, for me, what I wanted to ask you about it, because I did start it, but I'm not nearly as deep as you. I'm probably like an hour into the game. So like I got into the first mission where like I'm shooting down raiders and I'm in a lab,
Yeah.
right? I felt like the game is gorgeous. I felt like it's gonna play fantastically, but a little lost with the storyline in the beginning. Like they don't really give you too much information to start with at all.
no,
so
that
like
that first mission is
there's no real anchor. I felt like in Skyrim, you open up and you're on that cart and they're wheeling you off and they're talking about to behead you. I felt like I'm in. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like
That's the one thing that turns me away from Larian Studios.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody, I heard the reviews on Divinity Original Sin
Yeah.
1 and 2, and I heard the reviews on Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
The reason I'm hesitant to get into them is like they literally tell you jack shit. Like
Right.
you create your character, which one probably takes a whole day just to create a character.
Yeah, the Baldur's Gate 3 character creator is pretty big.
Yeah, that it probably takes you literally 6 hours just to create your character. Anyway,
Right.
but then they throw you out there and you can literally fucking do anything.
Yeah.
Anything. Like the first time you fight an enemy, there's hundreds of things you can do, and it's just overwhelming. Like it's like God damn, like I don't even know how to proceed here.
Yeah.
Like, so that's what turns me
so
away from
the
that.
storyline opens up along those first couple of missions. Pretty
so
good.
Starfield opens up as you go. So like once you get through that opening skirmish with those guys, and then you finish the thing you were supposed to be doing on that kind of little outpost there, you'll be in a ship off the planet, and from there you can't just go free exploring. But if you follow the first couple storyline missions, they kind of show you this stuff. Well, they'll send you like, oh, go over here, do this thing. Go over here, do
Right.
this thing, and that'll teach you the stuff that you need to do, so that when you go exploring,
Yeah.
you're not completely lost.
Yeah, because I absolutely feel like the game it's phenomenal. Like zero kinks in it. But like I said, like for me, I was like, usually there's like a hook.
Yeah.
There's that thing that keeps pulling me back into this video game. But again, that's what happened with me with Fallout. Fallout's an amazing game. It's one of the best games ever made. But
Which one?
Any of the Fallouts, like the series as a whole, like 1, 2, 3, 4. I think they're up to Vegas, New
Yeah.
Vegas, whatever the shit. But Skyrim, and maybe it's because also like I'm just a fan of fantasy
Yeah.
in that style.
My boy Mike borrowed my Skyrim and he still has it and hasn't played it yet. Get the fuck on that, Mike.
Yeah, it's
Stop burning my house down with the grill and fucking beat Skyrim.
yeah, Starfield. You got to get that first mission so you get to the ship, because then you get a chunk of a piece of like the mystery of the story, and then you'll kind of get set off. But there was tons of people that got to where you're at, where they haven't even got to the part of the story that's the mission they're supposed to be doing, and then they were giving out reviews. And the one dude,
That's dangerous.
the one dude was outright caught. Like he was on a podcast live, and he's just shit talking the game, and this is bad, and this is bad, and this is bad. So the guy literally asks him questions about the first mission, and lies about like, oh, and then they make you burn the bodies and this and that, and the guy's like, yeah, I didn't like that, and this and that. He's like, oh, okay, cool, because that's not a thing that happens. So you didn't get an hour into the game and you're reviewing the game,
Right. And that's why I asked you, because
Damn.
I'm like,
That's cold.
Yeah, that's why, like, I know playing the
You're
game
a fucking idiot. Live.
Yeah,
You're a
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
idiot.
like it's like when I played the game, I was like, I'm only played an hour, and I know RPGs take some time to open up, some more than others, and I could tell how beautifully made the game is, but I'm not equipped to say I love the game or hate the game yet, because I haven't put in the time.
It is.
That's like me with Final Fantasy 16. It's
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
Was it a dream come true?
bro, I'm a Final Fantasy fan. Was.
What?
You know, I'm a PlayStation guy. But I can't
That's a
fake.
problem by itself.
I can't fake it. I can't fake it.
Yeah.
How bad?
I'm like 10 hours in. I fucking can't fake
Fucking
it.
hate it.
It's the battle system. I'm not even kidding. It's like a dumbed down, watered down Devil May Cry type battle system, and it's beautiful. The game is absolutely, it's astonishingly beautiful. That's not enough.
Right.
That is fucking not enough.
And that's what they need to understand. The story has to be compelling.
A beautiful
The
woman
gameplay-
that doesn't suck dick. It's like, no.
You gotta go.
You gotta go.
You gotta
I'm
go.
Sorry,
You
it's
gotta
just not
go.
gonna happen. And I can't do it. So that's why I went back to like Persona 5 Royale, beat that. I literally put like 70 hours into it. Like I just went back and beat it because I wanted to 100% it.
But
And
isn't it nice when you have a game that you just love to play for the love of
that's
playing?
why I went back and played it. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I would rather go back and put 70 hours into this game I need to get like 2 trophies for
Yeah.
than go into this new game where I'm like, I know I can't stay invested in it.
Certain games just don't
Yeah.
catch you. Like the Pillars of Eternity. I've tried.
Me and you both. I've
Playing
tried it.
1, and I've tried playing 2. I made it an hour, maybe 2 hours into both of the games.
I returned
before-
it.
I literally just went
Returned
it.
delete. Just deleted it and moved the fuck up.
Not for me.
The game looked great. It was everything in the game I wanted to. It just didn't. I just didn't
and
care.
it sucks. Like
Yeah.
when you want to love a game, like
And it's a massively.
I
when
did
you
want to
want to
love it.
love it. I
Yeah,
know how much
it-
you
yeah.
love
I
that.
created a Vampire Knight. I was like, I can't wait to fucking play this.
It's a massively
Fucking couldn't play it.
critically
Couldn't play
acclaimed
it.
franchise, and I was like, I have the Game of the Year version here for free on Xbox to play. I downloaded it and I started playing, and I'm an hour in. I'm like, there's just like a few things that, like, especially the whole map thing. It gives you no idea where shit's at.
You're just on an
So
island, and you're like, God damn it.
It gives you a list of where your quest's at, but it doesn't tell you, like, you can't go on it and have it point to, like, a region or nothing. You got to redo the thing and then try to search your map, like, oh, here's the region. Where's the town in this region? No, fuck you. Fuck
You know
you.
what?
I am not here to build your map.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not.
yeah.
I'm here to play a game and enjoy myself. And your map, non-existent kind of shit.
It's kind
That
of like
sucks.
that video game I started playing, the Monster Hunter game.
Yeah.
Where like I was
Which one?
excited.
You played a new one, right? You
I-
you didn't play Monster Hunter World, right?
I don't know what name of the Monster Hunter it came from,
Because
but
Monster
it
Hunter World, I like.
fucking sucked.
I like
The
that.
last
Once
one I
they
haven't
gave
played,
me
but
a
that's
camera, and they're like, you gotta get this and
Oh,
put
yeah, there's
this
no
and do
camera.
that.
There's no
Like
camera in it.
fuck this, and I was an hour and a half invested. I'm like, I'm gonna try. I didn't even get past like the little town that they start you up,
You
and I was like,
should have played
fuck
Monster Hunter
this
World
bullshit.
because Monster Hunter World. It was a time where me, Shay, my buddy Jeff, we were all playing it.
Yeah.
And we would link up for hunts. And the cool thing is, like, all these monsters, you know what like habitat they'll be in and what the weather will be like. So like it'll start to rain. We're like, all right, hurry up, get to the fuck to the top of the tree. Like, we gotta kill this thing. And like your character, like literally your weapon, your accessories, your armor, everything is built after the monsters you've hunted.
Nice.
So
Yes.
like you can tell what someone likes to fight based on what they look
what
like.
else they're wearing.
Like
Sick.
I exclusively hunted this giant beetle thing that lived in the sand. It was like a super hard monster to kill. But like my fucking hammer, my armor, everything was made from this
Blue,
beetle.
like you were a blue beetle.
I look like this giant sand beetle. And like, Shay's like, geez, I wonder what the fuck you like to play. Like, I was like, hey man, my swing big hammer. My style is simple. Simple.
I mean,
So Eddie's armor would have been made out of old people. He would like, I chase down and hunt elderly.
No, there were some really cool fucking armors. Like Shay, like scared Jeff the one time because like Jeff like literally was like he shot a bow and he didn't know what he hunted this one weird like electric panther thing that lived in the. I helped him get his armor and shit, and like Shay showed up to help us fight this one thing under the ground. It was like a horrifying. It was some kind of fire lizard that was very fast, and like I like told him to get online. Me and Jeff are fighting this thing. We've been fighting it for 45 fucking minutes. Like I'm trying to help Jeff. I'm too slow to catch it.
Right.
Like, I can knock it unconscious, but like Jeff can't do any fucking damage to it. Shay shows up with like these two goddamn swords. One's fire, one's ice. Shay starts to fly through the fucking air like a blur, and Jeff's like, "Wow, what the fuck's happening?" I'm like, "Just let Shay do his thing." And like within 5 minutes of Shay, like it even announced like that this player has entered the thing. Like Shay comes running into the tunnel. Within 5 minutes, the goddamn thing's dead.
So basically, it was like you were Booster Gold.
I was just like,
he was Lois Lane, and you guys called Superman in.
dude, we needed someone who knew how to fight this thing to come fight it. Like, and I was like, Shay, I've been fighting this thing forever. I can't like. Get the fuck down here and help me fight it with Jeff.
Thank you, sidekicks, for holding it down.
If it was a different enemy, if it was a slower moving enemy, I could have fucked it up. But it was way too goddamn fast.
Who had to towel him down when he was done from all the hard work?
Bro, by the time I swung the fucking hammer, like it was gone. It was not even there anymore.
Man.
It was a different type of battle.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with Monster Hunter
I hear
World.
that actually we had a pretty similar experience in Diablo where we were playing in the house and I had this bear droid who was just too slow. Like Eddie came in with his necromanting army of 100 dead, and like I played this demon like at least 2 or 3 times. I'm like, fuck, man, I don't know what the fuck. I'm like, I guess our builds are just not cohesive enough to take this thing down fast.
Well, Diablo
enough.
4 is set up for you to fail.
Yeah.
It literally is. It's set up for you to like have to purchase.
I mean, it was a great game, but as soon as they made,
already deleted it, uninstalled it.
Yeah, I haven't played it.
as soon as they made the first
I'm gonna return
season,
it
long
soon.
time.
where the character you made when you purchased the game can't go into season 1, I left.
Yeah.
No, I wanted my guy to go into season 1, and then season 2, whenever that happens, whatever. But I didn't even finish leveling my guy. You're telling me they're obsolete?
And now you got to
And I've been playing every day, hours a day? Like,
Yeah.
yo, no, I'm done. That's it.
I don't play video games like a show. I don't play video games like a sport.
this is
So
called.
seasons, fuck that.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like I'll put on something I can enjoy. The one thing that you were saying, like how you have to get certain like into the game and like it makes Starfield more enjoyable.
Yeah.
That's like if, for instance, like Skyrim.
Yeah.
Like you can play the game if you don't follow the main quest. You can go so far into the game and never fight a dragon.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you have
Yeah, 'cause
zero
every-
souls. You have 0 materials to create dragon
You have-
weapons
there's-
because you didn't get far enough.
There's things that if you don't do the main storyline, that just don't open up. It's the same.
It's like going through the game playing
Yeah.
Skyrim and you can't use your voice technique.
It's similar. It's similar with Starfield.
Not as fun.
It's
Yeah.
honestly, it's their biggest game. It's their best looking game. It's the least amount of bugs for the opening of one of their games.
It plays so clean.
My only gripe is their map system, dog shit. They really now, because they have procedurally generated worlds, so they have this weird map that would work on anywhere but it doesn't show you anything really on the map. It's almost like a flat plane, and like in the distance there's a thing over that way. For the main cities though, they should have done a proper map. It's like, don't give me this weird shitty map that you need for the procedural generated world, when on the regular world that you built at least the city portion that's done, give me a proper map for that. When I'm looking for the stores, just for the sake of a little bit of ease of like, oh, is this one on this floor or on that floor, or is it in that section? I don't want to have to stop, go to the map booth thing that, all right, it's in the residential district of this store, because why would it be anywhere else?
Right.
Like,
those are the things that do make a game unnecessarily complicated, especially when it's such a large
and
game.
the cities, they're big. They're big cities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do
I
have...
heard it's massive. When they say that it's Bethesda's biggest RPG to date, that's saying something.
There's tons
it's
of
Bethesda.
tons of like little things. Like if you open up, you have a scanner function. So if you have a mission that you're going on, you open up the scanner function, it'll point you in the direction. It'll kind of like, when you're looking through the scanner, give you like a little blue line, like, oh, I need to go left, not right.
Right.
Which is just helpful when you have a game that's that big and that many missions and that much stuff, because it's so easy to get lost.
And another thing that would help it,
Otherwise.
like if it's
Yeah.
a utility, it's not part of the mission, right?
Yeah.
A fast travel to any store or utility type of a place.
I wish they had it to
should
the
be like
stores.
bing, bing, bing.
They-
Like, you know
but
what I
they
mean?
got-
It should be easy
Be
to
nice.
get to.
Now
Yeah.
that they did do, they got fast travel to almost fucking everything.
Okay.
So you open your menu, you can just look at the mission, hit X, and it'll fast travel you from where you're standing to your ship to their planet and to in front of their store.
Yeah.
Where it's like, and you're here.
Right.
So they added a lot of that just because of how big the game is wise. But if you wanted to, you can walk yourself to your ship, launch off the planet, open up your, turn your ship towards their planet, turn on your gravity drive, fly it that way, go back to your regular drive, fly to the planet, open up the planet, land at the
Right.
port. Like, you could do the slow ass way if you want, but sometimes like I just need to turn this mission in. Like open up map X, ba-doop, and take me to the thing.
Yeah. Another video game that I've been looking forward to, and I haven't been excited for a good fighting video game in a while.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that new Mortal Kombat.
Didn't they
1.
reset the whole world?
It's a reboot.
Yes,
and
they
it
did. They
looks
reboot the whole
fucking sick.
Universe.
Actually,
yeah.
I'm really sad that I didn't put the trailer on for you guys to watch. But the gist of it is basically the main storyline is gonna surround itself around Sub-Zero and Scorpion at first, leading the charge for Earthrealm.
Yep.
And then Smoke.
Oh, they're
joins
boys now?
them. Yeah, they're boys
Well,
now.
they
yeah.
reset
because the new
something-
villains are not the old heroes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Eddie-
they reset the universe. So now Liu Kang is one of the elder gods. Raiden's immortal. Scorpion and Sub-Zero or like it's like
All right.
it's like the universe ended and reset,
yes.
and Liu Kang ended up coming back as one of the gods. So like
I'm too confused.
it's-
No, that's not for me.
it's a whole thing.
That would
It's a
fuck
whole
my
thing.
head up.
But if you watch the gameplay and you see how like the storyline is laying itself out with the way that they laid out their trailer, it's intriguing. It looks good, and it looks like it's going back to some of the older roots with the quick changing in and out of characters for fighting. So it's like, I think it was like Mortal Kombat 3, where you could be like, you're doing one combo with Liu Kang and then call in Sub-Zero to finish off the combo over here. There's a lot of that
they
shit
probably
going
stole
on.
that from Marvel versus Capcom. I know they used to do
They,
that a lot.
they had that in
Yeah,
there as
They
yeah.
did
well.
that a lot.
But
It's
I loved that Mortal Kombat 3. I think
Yeah.
you could change in and out with not only different people, but different fighting styles as well, too. Like each character.
They did the different fighting styles.
Deadly
in
Alliance.
Deadly, yeah, or was that a different
might
one
have
of
been
those
Deadly
two separate
Alliance.
games?
Yeah, I think that fighting style change was in a different Mortal Kombat game.
Yeah, because you had like two fighting styles and,
then
a weapon
and then
style.
weapon style. Yes.
Yeah.
And you can do a combo starting in one style, going into another, and ending in a weapon style.
Yeah.
And that shit was fucking hard.
I loved Bo Raicho. I just loved the fat drunken dude. Yeah, he was my boy.
yeah. That,
Puking on the ground, making you slip in it. Oh, that was the best.
so you like the Drunken Master fighting style?
That was
too?
fun in that game. Yeah.
Yeah, because Iron Fist season finale, they have a Drunken Fighting Master.
Yeah.
in there that
Oh
I
wow.
think-
Speaking of things I'll never get to. Yeah, that's.
You know what's interesting is I've been seeing a lot of stuff from his show popping up on Instagram and shit.
Yep.
I have no reason why. It's not like I searched for it. It's not like I was looking for it. It's just all the Netflix Marvel shows are all popping up. In particular, a lot of his.
Well, they're in talks of bringing back the Defenders again as a whole with all the characters in it, including Iron
I'll
Fist.
skip that one. How's Ahsoka doing? I haven't.
Ahsoka is amazing.
It's fantastic.
It's
it really
amazing.
is fantastic.
They're doing a killer job. And before you leave today, I'll give you the password so you can check it out on your own if you like.
It's definitely worth the time.
watching.
All
Yeah.
right.
Listen, the last episode, what they did a limited theatrical release just for that episode.
They're saying it's some of the best Star Wars since the original trilogy, that last episode.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
amazing.
How would you rate it compared to The Mandalorian?
I would say it's as good as season 1 of The Mandalorian. Like that exciting that like I come home, I'm ready to watch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And season 1, I went back and I rewatched season 1 Mandalorian because I had a lot of free time on the fucking couch there. So, I was like, man, the formula that they had for season 1 of The Mandalorian, that's all the show really needed to ever be. Like I understand that they had to tell a larger, grander story, but like I'm completely happy with just watching a bounty hunter do bounty hunter shit. Like when he walked in the bar and he kicks the door down and he's fucking everybody up. Like I'm like, that's all the show needed to ever be was just
Not a
him.
back to tank.
No back to tank. God no. But it's as good as The Mandalorian season 1.
I feel like they should like do like a re-release Boba Fett, but this time with like 4 hours of back to tank. More back to tank. Footage.
No, you know how like they have like the Yule log. That
I was literally gonna say that, but it's just him in the tank.
Just him in a back to tank.
Yeah. Jesus God.
I wouldn't be mad if Disney said, "Hey, we fucked up. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna re-release Boba Fett season 1. Please forgive us and forget the bullshit we put out, and then bring Boba Fett back and make him a fucking villain. You don't need to make him a hero."
Did you guys ever watch Little Mermaid, the live action?
No.
Where you going?
Talk about those. No, I put it on for all of 10 minutes because of my niece.
I watched it.
And we hated it collectively.
You
know what we watched instead of that? Zootopia.
It's probably a better
And you
move.
know what I liked?
It's probably a better move.
Zootopia.
It had its ups and downs. I don't know. All in all, it's just I don't get the live actions. That's one of the reasons I do not have Disney Plus. I do not support anything they fucking do pretty much anymore.
Hey, that whole Snow White thing is snowballing way out of control.
How the fuck?
Do you see all that?
Yes. How the fuck do you make a movie about Snow White and the Seven Dwarves and not cast little people? How the fuck?
It's
You can't.
the dumbest,
You cannot.
dumbest thing that they could do. I don't understand.
Just don't do the movie then.
I think it's like Seven Thieves or some shit like that they're
Oh,
supposed to be
Jesus
or
God,
whatever.
no.
It's they're not. Yeah, it is snowballing so.
They should all have blackface on. Just make the movie as offensive as
Bring
fucking
the
possible.
WB frog back.
So,
with
yeah.
them.
It is
they
a
just
just
go
a-
all
Dabba dabba
in.
dabba
Yeah.
bee.
a
Listen,
non-stop
No,
stream of
you know-
bad
you know what's funny,
news
though?
coming from that whole thing.
What?
People just need to stop supporting it, though. Like, they're going to keep making them if people keep watching them. So if you don't go to watch them, then they'll have
Here's
to
the
stop
thing.
making them.
They're
I don't think
not.
I don't
People are. A lot of these
They're
live
burning money.
actions.
Burning it.
They're losing money on most of these live actions.
And
So
they
do you
still
think
do
it's
it.
an IP thing? They're just like,
some
throw
of it,
something out
some
there.
of it is an IP thing.
Throw
but
something out there. Doesn't matter if it does good or not. And they can use it as a tax
They're-
write-off at the end of the
they're
year,
trying
too.
to recreate that big boom they had with these when they first put them out as animation. But they don't have those writers telling new stories. They're trying to take that story and turn it into a new story, but it's a shitty version of the story.
I mean,
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, like they're
Tanked.
they've destroyed so many. Like Willow, I loved that movie as a
Yeah.
kid. That show fucking was terrible.
Yeah.
And I'm
The
a
show-
big fantasy fan.
The show
was
had
terrible.
a couple, like, shining moments. But
But all
overall,
in all,
collectively,
no.
it was not a good show.
No, it was not.
not a good show.
No,
But
it-
you know what's funny is to me is like when I watched it, I was like, you know what? If they go into season 2, maybe they could have learned from what they did right
Yeah.
and make it a better show.
But
here's
Disney was quick to be like, nope.
Yeah, not
Here's
only did
the
they
thing.
cancel it, but they
They're-
pulled it off of.
They're-
You
yeah,
can't even
that's
watch
what I
it
was going to say.
anymore.
They're not
Yeah.
even canceling the shows. Now they're not even leaving them up for viewers to finish watching or to come back to
Make it a
6
cult
months
classic.
later. Like right now, not a lot. Like some shit's coming out, but a lot of things are going to being delayed here soon.
Yeah.
And they're just pulling shit down.
Yeah.
And they're going to have nothing for people to watch because they don't want to pay to keep it up for whatever it costs to keep it sitting on a server. Like, I mean, come on. How much does it cost to have it sitting on a server?
Yeah.
It honestly can't be much.
Well, they can't be hurting for money too bad because they're willing to throw hundreds of millions of dollars at things that fail.
But that's
Yeah.
what I'm
so
saying.
I
Like,
don't get it.
at some point, some of it has to be tax write-off because they're just making so much money, hand over fist in the parks and the merch and the superheroes and all this shit that it's
I
like,
mean, that was the
okay.
excuse they used for Batwoman, but they're putting Aquaman out.
I mean, look,
Yeah,
probably
that's going to be a fucking
contractual
shit show.
agreement.
Where do you start there?
Well, Aquaman's the worst superhero, right? We can all agree on that.
I mean, I thought that. I thought that forever, but like, what the hell was that?
If
the
we're
animated one-
resetting the universe at Superman, why are we putting this out?
But that's what I'm saying. It's because of
Aquaman was
contractual
badass
agreements.
in the Flashpoint paradox.
Hey,
Yeah,
Batwoman
he
had
was a
contractual
badass.
agreements also, and they shit canned the whole movie after it was done and ready to be released.
Yeah, yeah. but
Uh,
it was not the same star as Jason Momoa has.
There was some big people in it. Just because the girl playing the Batwoman wasn't as big as a star as Momoa, it was a whole cast of people. It wasn't anchoring on just her.
Yeah.
There was like a dozen fairly big names in
Okay,
there,
but
they
let's say-
just like
Let's say you're a corporate exec, right? And you had to choose between one of the two movies to cancel, and you're like, all right, Jason Momoa walks in the room, and the girl playing Batgirl walks in the room, and he's like, well, one of your movies is not coming out, and Jason Momoa just like stands up out of his chair, and he's, well, Batgirl, I'm sorry to tell you that.
yeah, but it's
It's
also
yours.
but it's also it was done, it was filmed, it was edited
know.
and set to be released. So it's
Amber
not,
Heard's in it.
It's
like,
not even like they were halfway done. They're like, man, to spend the other half of this money for the movie, we shouldn't do it. It's like, oh no, we're done. It's sitting right there.
Yeah, it
but
looks like
we're
it's-
gonna burn it.
It does look like it's going to be a shit show, Aquaman
gonna
2. As much as I would like it to succeed, there is no like glimmering light.
Something
for this.
something about the trailer just feels off.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah, and it's also lazy. It's like, why the fuck? He's not a dad. He's not his dad and a fucking guy living in a weird hut. Like he's
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and why are you
He's
wa-
the king of Atlantis.
You telling me the armor you wear as the king of Atlantis needs to be washed and hung out on the fucking dry? Like, come
Yeah,
on, man.
yeah.
That's an attempt at humor, is what that
It
is.
is.
It's a
It
bad
is.
attempt
Bad
at humor.
attempts at humor.
And when he's like, I'm Aquaman, I'm a hustler. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're
No.
not. You're Arthur Curry. You're the king of the goddamn sea. You have a trident made of gold.
It's not. Yeah. It's just. It does. It's not a good look.
Yeah,
It's not a
yeah.
good fucking look.
So-
and Amber Heard, you notice they kept her out of the trailer.
No. They snuck her in at the very, very end, very quickly.
She has 30 minutes of movie time. They said.
Yeah, she has like a little, like there's a little part of like Amber Heard in a cell. Phew.
Yeah.
And it goes by like that quick because I was looking for her.
Supposedly, she's gonna get back into acting.
I wonder if she fights. There's a fight scene and she shits.
You know what they could, they could make a real life action.
That's
movie
never going away, by the way.
about.
Nope.
No,
She
it's
shit in
not.
Johnny Depp's bed.
No, it's definitely not going.
and
away.
tried to blame it on a dog.
You know, Dana
And the
White.
dog was a teacup Yorkie. There's no way that a human turd comes out of a teacup.
This is
Yorkie.
true. This
It
is
would
true.
kill the dog.
Yeah,
It would kill the dog.
it was the size of the dog.
literally
They
what
could
he
do
said.
like
He's
a
like,
real life adaptation of Dana White's like Slap League, and they're gonna have Will Smith and Amber Heard stand on like a podium. I would pay to watch that. They could just slap each other
one-sided
around.
fight though. We're gonna win that fight.
Let Amber Heard go in 3 times.
Well, I
first, and
mean,
then
you know,
Smith.
Will only hits people smaller than him anyway.
Right,
That's
right,
true,
right,
that's
yeah,
true,
Yeah,
that's
so
true,
why
yeah.
not add to that?
Yeah, he only slaps people. Yeah.
I will tell you something that I'm really enjoying, other than Ahsoka, because Ahsoka's, to me right now, it's killing it on every level. Great fight scenes, great storytelling, great musical score. Like it feels like the Star Wars of old, done in a modern setting. Like it really is killing it.
You're
on
really
all
gonna make me
levels.
check this out.
Yep.
The Wheel of Time is
It is good.
fantastic.
It is good.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
solid fantasy show the whole way through.
it really is, and it's a uniquely told fantasy show that like nothing really feels forced. It feels like the characters develop.
Well,
on
it's
their own
amazing
and
what you
doing their
can
thing.
do when the story is right there, the fan base is right there, and you
Mm-hmm.
just tell the fucking story. Wow, holy shit! No way, it's successful. People
Yeah.
like it. No way.
Yeah, it's really good.
You mean the thing that sold millions of copies that millions of
Yes.
people like?
Right,
if you
right.
if you tell it the way it's told, like they'll come watch it.
They'll watch
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, they'll show up. They'll show up and fucking watch it.
That's why you gotta
Surprise!
love those reviewers when they're like, "How dare they make this exactly like the book?"
Yeah.
That's what
You should-
people
no, this-
want
yeah.
to see.
Yes, if you criticize something and say it sticks too closely to the source material, you should be killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should be killed.
Right.
And
I'm coming to watch Superman to see him, do not Superman shit. You know what I mean? Like, here's the story of Clark Kent for 30 minutes and 10 minutes of Superman. Fuck you. I came here to watch.
That
like King Leonidas says in
Superman.
300, like understand something that in Sparta, even a messenger is responsible for the words of his
Goddamn
voice.
right.
Even a critic. Like, I think you should be able to have your opinion, but
Yeah.
I also think you should have to answer for your opinion.
Goddamn
and when your
right.
opinion is that it's stuck too close to the source material, I think you should be killed.
You have
I think
a
we should
shitty
rise.
opinion.
We should rise collectively as one and
Yes.
slay you for your idiocracy. I
Yes.
cannot. I don't know.
There should be a Sparta pit for those kind of people where we could just like kick them into it. And you guys,
Like,
hang
what's
out
your complaint?
together over
It wasn't woke enough. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
No, it's a Polish story. Leave The
Yeah.
Witcher alone.
Yeah. Yep.
Fuck. Sorry.
but I'm really enjoying it. The cast, the story writing, the CGI is not overdone. Like it's really just done
Right.
well.
It's
the whole
believable
show.
too.
Yeah.
Better than The Little Mermaid. Oof.
Was the CGI bad?
That wasn't good.
Oh.
Yeah, sure. A couple times I was like, that's a little iffy. And I was watching on a good TV at a
Listen,
friend's house.
I
was like,
seen
this is not
Sebastian
good.
on the commercials and the trailers.
I think
the little
seen about 5 minutes of it myself, and
Someone was saying he wasn't Jamaican enough. Another thing that threw me off is the eels. Right, the eels for Ursula. They're making electric noises, like they're electric.
That's how far I got. I got to the
They're
part.
fucking moray eels.
I got to the part
They're
where
not electric.
Where she's doing the singing, she swims away. You see the 2 eels. That's how far I had got in. That's
Yeah,
like 5 or 10
There
minutes,
are
maybe.
0 electric eels in the ocean. Electric eels are found in the fucking river in the Amazon. They are not in the ocean. Those eels are goddamn moray eels. Why are they making electric noises? I was so mad.
What is the name of the dog talking movie that just came out recently?
With Will Ferrell?
Yes.
Strays?
Strays. Okay, all right. I went to see Strays. Fucking great.
Was it?
It's so good on such a bad level. There are a couple of parts of the movie that will make you look away. Rightfully so, from the screen. You're like, I can't believe they just did that. Or I can't believe I'm watching this right now. But hilarious from start to finish. Like the movie just
is that why it's rated R?
It starts at 100 and ends at 100. It's
Okay.
fucking great. I mean, like in the trailer, like the movie is like, guy's a shitty owner, kicks his dog out, and the dog decides
Isn't he trying to get back and bite his dick off?
and bite his dick off.
I fucking love that.
It does not disappoint.
Oh, is that really?
It does not disappoint. That's what I'm
right.
saying. There are a couple parts in the movie where you're gonna be like, I think I gotta look away right now.
That's fucking disappointing.
So good, so good. A lot of
I would look away.
star-studded cast in there too. Really good. I think like John Mulaney plays one of the dogs.
He's
Jamie
been popping up
Foxx
everywhere now.
Yeah.
Plays one of the dogs. Will Ferrell. Like it was.
It's all legitimately funny people.
Yeah, it's so fucking stupid. It's good.
I think the trailer to talk about is Rebel Moon coming out for Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
For all the sci-fi
that
people.
looks so good. Like that looks like it's gonna be the sci-fi of all fucking sci-fi.
Yeah.
Like it was like Mortal Kombat meets Star Wars meets Dune meets Harry Potter meets all of it. Like,
Yeah, they had essentially they threw the kitchen sink.
You had Space Marines,
Everything
Space
was in
Nazis,
there.
Space Apaches, Space Griffins, fucking some kind of giant Goro thing. I was like,
Yeah.
what is going on here? Like,
And it all looked gorgeous. Like it looks
Yeah.
seamlessly.
It looks like
beautiful.
it's dropping as 2 movies.
December 22nd, just in time for Christmas, and then April 24th.
Yeah, so
Nice.
I'm imagining
Probably 3 hours apiece.
they're long movies
Yeah.
because the amount of action and scene switching within the trailers alone is tremendous.
What it reminded me
feels
of
like-
is it was I could see Zack Snyder just sitting on his couch eating popcorn like in his underwear, and he watched Dune Part 1, and he probably thought, I could fucking do better than this, and then he just started making shit, and then this is what we got. We got Rebel Moon.
But that's what we love is when a truly creative person can bring their talents to
I wonder
the
if
big
it's
screen
based
in a
off
way.
anything.
I don't know. That's a good. It sounds like it'd be a Star Wars thing, but like.
Yeah, because of Rebel Moon.
Right.
That's exactly what I thought when I saw. I was
Right.
like, "Ooh, Star Wars."
But Zack Snyder, we have to remember, Zack Snyder was given a pile of shit that was the Justice League movie, and he turned it into something good.
Yeah. So he's trying to redeem himself now, and from what that trailer looks like,
I'm all in. Yeah,
100%.
that the trailer from start to finish looked like it'd be enjoyable. It looked like it's sci-fi storytelling that we want to see.
Yes. Yeah.
That we want to see. And guess what? I hope there's no source material. I hope it's just him creating something.
Ooh, might be based off a book.
Oh,
All right.
well, I still trust
Isn't
that.
directly
Yeah.
derived from a pre-existing book. Official novelization. Well,
All right. Well,
I hope there's no source material.
it
because
looks
then
great either way. It looks.
I don't want to hear
amazing.
that IGN fuck.
Yeah.
It was too close to the source
material.
material.
Yeah.
Fucking
fuck
shit.
that guy, man.
Drowned him in boiling water.
Yeah.
speaking of keeping to the source material, One Piece is out.
Yeah.
Mm.
I
It's
I'm a
one
couple-
piece of massive shit. That's
Listen,
what. That's
I'm a
for
couple
sure.
episodes in. It's whatever, man. I mean,
I watched the whole thing.
Is it corny?
I watched the whole.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
But so is One Piece.
So's the anime.
Yes.
The anime is like fucking. The guy's facial expressions. One, He nailed Luffy.
He's spot on.
He fucking
Yeah,
that guy was about. I mean, I don't want to say the R word, but he's about half retarded. I'm just saying, man.
Yeah.
His facial expressions and social interactions, I was like, dude, that's Luffy. There's not a single fucking brain cell in this dude's head. Like his outlook on everything, I was like, dude, that's as dumb as they come. Like,
So, but what makes something so terrible that it's good, right? Because when you watch it, that's the feeling I get. I'm like, it's bad, but it's also like I watched I watched it from start to finish.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like
Captain Buggy,
but how does
chop fruit.
the chop fruit? But they're carrying his head around in a bag, and he's
Yeah,
like,
dude, you can't kill
let,
him.
let me go, guys. I'll help you out. And then he's like, sorry, I'm out of here. Fucking dick. Could have seen that coming. But the other portion of it is like when you look at all the other ones that have failed before it, they're on the same level. So what makes this successful and Cowboy Bebop not? 'Cause
Cowboy
they're just
Bebop,
as
they try
corny
to change
and campy.
everything. Like,
Yeah.
like the thing is, when you make something that's from a different culture, like if you make it like an anime live adaptation, the Japanese look at things really different. Like their comedy is different. Their whole art style is different. So you have to try. I hate to say this to piss off IGN, but make it stick to the source material.
Yeah.
You have to, because then it works.
Yeah.
And I think they nailed it. They made it as colorful and goofy, and the people, they look like they're acting stupid.
Yeah.
And that's because they're trying to act like their anime counterpart.
So-
and you have to exaggerate your facial expressions. You have to act dumb.
Yeah.
And like they tried to humanize the Cowboy Bebop. They tried to make them like forced humor, and they tried like the characters they were acting like in the show were nothing like their anime counterparts.
Yeah.
Nothing like. And I think the fan base said, "Nah."
And
No.
I'd also
I know
say,
I did.
I'd also
Right.
say for Cowboy Bebop, I mean, you can't stay 100% to the source material, obviously, but
Right.
but there's at least you have to stay to the heart of the material and the core of the stories. When they started doing that on the very first episode,
Right.
where they take this pivotal first episode and they shift it, and it almost takes away everything that the first episode in the animation was and ruins it. You're starting out so bad
You're not trying to win over your original fan base
that now
came to see it.
now you've taken a uphill battle and you've handed them a boulder to roll up the fucking hill for you, because you've taken away the heart of
Yeah.
the opening first episode.
When I started watching this new one, whatchamacallit?
One Piece?
One Piece, yeah. I hated it. But I had nothing else to watch as I am laying on the couch. So I'm like, it's like this or watch, reruns of like White Collar. Because I'm thinking to myself, it's hard to laugh, because my number one go-tos to feel better are comedies. But like every time I laughed, coughed, sneezed, breathed, took a shit, took a piss, ate a sandwich, my whole body hurt. So I'm like,
you
I
might as
just
well-
want to watch something that I'm not
You
going
might as well
to.
watch something that you're not going to laugh at all.
Exactly. So that's what I thought One Piece was going to
Just
be.
sigh.
So I watched the first episode. I'm like, I hate it. And second episode, I hated it a little less. Third episode, I'm like, I'm on the fifth episode already. And then I'm like, it's over. And I was like, it wasn't bad.
It got renewed.
It got
Yeah.
renewed right away. And I found myself like, maybe I'll watch the cartoon now, even though I've been not wanting to watch
No,
cartoon
don't.
because
It's 1,000
1,000
plus fucking
plus
episodes. It's like close to
episodes.
1,100 episodes. Do you realize?
Yeah, so that
You realize what 1,100 times 20?
what is that 8 episodes that they just did, probably like 100 in the
Yeah.
anime?
Yeah.
damn.
They kept to the main heart of the story, but they really
Yeah, they
condensed.
did. They did
they
stick like 100
condensed a
episodes of
lot
anime
of it.
into 8 episodes of fucking
Like, the
live
whole-
action.
So they probably cut out like 30 hours of crying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
the whole fight there in the town with Buggy. There's a whole thing before they get to that tent where
That goes
they're
on forever.
fighting off his henchmen before they get to him.
Right.
And they're going through this town that's destroyed, and they're like, this needs to be fixed. This is some bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
Less,
makes
but to condense it down to get to the point where
I
all the
like-
characters are on the ship, you can't tell 100 episodes live action, and then you never get to Sanji.
I liked
You're
when
like-
I liked when they got to the house and the butler was the evil vampire like cat dude. Like he was disturbing, man.
He was.
He was fucking unsettling. Like when
He
the way he would
definitely
move
was.
through the house
Yeah.
and like his weapon style. I was
Yeah.
like, dude, that guy's fucking awful.
I mean, the most disturbing person in that show is the little sailor boy with the pink hair and the round glasses.
Oh,
There's a lot of people in the show.
Cody?
that Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
people in the show that I'm looking at. I'm like, man, they're gender fluid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell what these people are.
Oh,
yeah, that one was a little like
Iffy. Yeah.
They're really playing that one on the line.
Yeah. No, it was. I would say I'll give it a decent. It was a decent watch. If you're bored, you got nothing to do, fresh off of a surgery, an injury.
I mean, even now, like when
you don't care about life, sure, go in,
like
watch it.
even now when people talk about watching the anime, they're like, oh, you got to get to like episode like 400. But you realize, oh, this thing's been going on for 20 years.
Yeah.
So the quality of it 20 years ago was high
different.
quality.
Yeah.
But when you compare it to new anime now, you're like, woo, this is rough.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I mean, try going back and watching Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
that
it's
one,
not good.
that one hurts your soul.
It
That
does.
one, you're like,
Yeah.
oh my god,
How far
this
have we
this is
But
painful.
still better than the live action adaptation.
come? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, we
so
can't-
much
yeah.
better.
Yeah.
We can't even address that. That's not even film. I don't know what that is.
All right, guys. To end this episode, what is it? Video game or movie or something that's coming out that you guys are looking forward to end it on a high note?
I'll start. I'm looking forward to going home and playing Sea of Stars.
Fuck
because
yeah.
It is absolutely wonderful.
Really? Tell-
From
look.
the soundtrack to the artwork to the way it plays,
Is it a PlayStation exclusive?
it reminds me of being on the
No,
couch.
It's if you have Game Pass, so you have it free right
yeah,
now.
Okay.
yeah, you can just download it.
Sweet.
It's literally like it reminds me of playing the Super Nintendo RPGs when I was a kid.
Okay.
Like it's so good.
I like that.
It's so good right now, and like the way the battle system's set up, it forces you to interact.
Yeah.
Like if you can't just hit a button and look away and be like when you're playing, like you have to time your attacks.
Nice.
Like for instance, if you attack at something and you hit X button or A button
Yeah.
at the right time, you do a double attack and you gain back more MP, and like it forces you to be interactive.
So you need actual skill.
You need
So,
actual skills to play this game.
That's
Similar-
what I love about
Similar
it.
to
Yes.
Legend of Dragoon,
Nice.
Yes.
a battle system that was excellent that nobody fucking picked up on and carried over.
It's really, really close to the way the Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars for the Super Nintendo, it's really similar to that.
Yeah.
Like if you time your attack and you time the enemy when it's attacking you,
Yeah.
you can block more damage or do more damage.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So I'm loving the soundtrack. I'm loving the colors. It's amazing. It's
Nice. I think
fully invested right
I
now.
think for me,
Unlike Final Fantasy 16.
yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this next iteration of Mortal Kombat. I've been looking. Like I got a good RPG. I know I'm gonna spend a lot of time with Starfield, but I'm just a sucker for a good fighter, and it looks amazing. So that's an easy one for me. The new Mortal Kombat reboot. Ed?
I haven't done.
Well, thanks guys for joining us at the Sofa Kingdom podcast.
yeah. See, the button's over
over
here.
there.
Oh,
by,
oh,
Button's
by-
over there.
by
He's-
me.
He's
Yeah.
got- he's got it. He's got it.
When my TV's been on the last like 3 weeks, the only thing that's been on is either Star Wars, Ahsoka, or Starfield.
Yeah.
That's it. The only time I've turned the game off was to watch it, and then I go right back to the fucking game.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
But
Starfield.
that's it. Baldur's Gate 3. Hope that I know there's got some issues with this Series S,
Nice.
getting it to port over properly. The
Good,
multiplayer
good. I hate it.
function.
Good. Fuck
Yeah,
that
I'm not,
game.
Is the
yeah,
issue.
I'm not worried.
But once they get that multiplayer issue, it's supposed to be coming to the Xbox as well. But Starfield's so big, I don't know when I'm going to be done with this
All
one.
right. Well, we got some food here that I ordered behind you guys' back. So take us away. Thank you for joining us at the Sofa Kingdom podcast. I'm glad to be back. You can find us on all your social media platforms
Sofa Kingdom OFC
and on YouTube.
Sofa Kingdom
Ian,
podcast.
take us away with those beautiful shorts.
Listen, I need you guys to tell people about us. Get us out there, Make us viral.
Goddamn
Make sure
right.
people know about the source material.
And the good viral, not the bad viral.
Could be either.
All right, both virals. Both virals.
If you get the bad viral, make sure to take acyclovir.
Help you get over it faster.
Yeah. Or never get over it. I don't know. It depends what you get.